Spacer sits about there. So to end the nub. Hello. Hello. What we're doing, look. Where's my tape and measure gone? So I need a spacer roughly about 45 on the front. What do you think it's going to do on back? Just look at your guess. That's as will fit. Not these ones, these are wrong. These are what I want to see is to make sure it's going to sit. Yeah, let's get you in and have a look. See where this bevels in, right? I'm talking to you as well, Tammy, because you never listen to me.
No.
So where that bevels in, obviously the wheel's not going to sit up to that, is it?
No.
So, this 25mm spacer, if it fit, where's this 30mm? I think that's 30mm.
That one's got 30 on it.
Where are you looking?
Yeah, look. Oh no.
Yeah.
I just seen 30.
Yeah. Keep
It
it
was 130.
stum. I'll check them, but I'm pretty sure they're 30. So if this bolted up, it'd be more ideal because then I can work out the back spacing. Because if you look there, look, there's a shock absorber, and I don't want to hit it. So my plan was to get adapters from the car to them wheels, because I've decided that I'm going to try and run the big steers on here. Now I'll put them all up so you can see it from my vision. Like that. And then you can go nay or yay. Make sure it looks cool. I think with it lowered, with them wheels on, it will look cool. Bit of tuckage on the back. Bonnet. French. So, yes. I don't want to ruin these spaces. I've already ruined one set of spaces. Haven't I, Tammy?
You have.
Where is the ruined space? Maybe I can use it. What did I do with that spacer? Because these are, they're 20mm. Well, 10mm there. So where's that adapter?
Is that the ruined one?
Yeah. But because it's so viciously ruined it, that bit now is not centred to that. So I might need to ruin it some more and take that out so I can try the front. And by when I mean by ruin it, look, I'll just grind them out. These cost me 40 quid, didn't it?
Yeah.
It didn't fit. So I used them as templates so I didn't waste any more money. But yeah, here we are. I might take that out. Come back to you on that. Oh, I did as well. How do you do that? No. Ashley's car. It's not far off. It's not far off. It's a million miles off. Want to lathe. Had a lathe, it'd be easy. Just a little one, like the one what Beanhead's got. He's got a little lathe. This is my lathe. The drill! I'm still there, every time I turn this round it changes. Just going to be correct. But I wonder if I just do that and probably measure that, wasn't it? That's going to be 40mm. Yeah, so that's 20mm to that spacer. So it might be a case of they have 40mm if this fits on nicely. You've got room at back. I think that sticks out too far. What do you think? Another thing I've just spotted, which is this is not going to work.
Why?
Look where front wheel is to arch.
Oh.
What's going to happen when I lower it?
Yeah, it's going to catch there.
So,
Back to the drawing board.
this might not work with these wheels. Look at that, look where it's been. You know, because it camber on the Nord. Not worn, it's worn a bit funny, that's all.
Lower it.
I want to, but I didn't, because I think if you do it, you're just going to race drop it and it's going to bend everything. So I know what you're like. You're just like a bull in a china shop. Sorry about the bad camera angle. I'm doing it on my own today and I'm struggling. Not very good with technology. I'm actually quite terrible with it. But any who's and ways, I got the water pump housing back on and put coolant in the rad after building everything up, and water leaked out of the exhaust. So I ended up taking the cylinder heads off. Found the problem straight away. It was either try and repair it or try and find another set of heads. And I thought the head situation would be easy. But it is stamped on here saying Vedette or Vedette or whatever it's called. I call it 57 because it's just easier than trying to pronounce whatever that says. I'm sure it's pronounced Vedette. I was calling it a Vendetta. That's what I thought it was called, but turns out it's not. So anyways, I went up to Luke's last night. He's welded, if you can see there, he's welded that piece. He's ground it down a little bit. Now, I don't know how you'd go about skimming these because it's up there. I could take it to Mr. Vin and ask him nicely if he'd just put me a light, just like a clean up on top, and see if I can get this weld down what Luke's kind of done. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to run a straight edge over it. This bit here I'm going to try and just use my orbital sander with some sanding papers and just kind of try and work this down, I think. And then I'm going to literally just lightly do the head. Now that is a massive no-no.
Nah, no. No.
But this is 1957. Back in the day they didn't do it properly. So I'm going to resort back to olden times and see if I can repair it myself rather than taking it to Vin, because it is the weekend, he's not at work. I'd like to try and get this built back up and see if it'll run for a bit longer. Well, see if it'll run for a bit longer, and if it runs better, because when I started it up before I put any water in it, it did have a misfire. But well, I say it had a misfire. It was running lumpy, but I couldn't run it for long because it had no aqua water in it. So I'm gonna see if I can fix this ish, and I'll see what I can do with this head. Hopefully I can repair it. If not, I'll ask Vinny nicely and see if he'll skim him for me in the week. Try not to rush Vinny. He's a very busy man, so see what I can do. Tried sanding it, and I got scared. Now, I haven't done that bit. What happened at Luke's last night, just like cleaned up a bit when he just blasted that bit. So I'm going to try it with a block of wood and some sanding paper. Let's see if this works. Tried the sandpaper, and it was taking too long, and I'm impatient, so I went very gently over with the orbital sander. So if you can see, it's a lot flatter. There's the weld right. Oh, there. And what I've been doing is just doing a bit at a time, going to the light with my straight edge, and literally putting it across, and just looking where the low spots are with the light, and seeing what's what. Now, that's about the same as the rest of it, to be fair. So I'm not going to go any more than that. It's flat. To look at it, it's not raised up any more than the rest of it, but I'm only doing it by eye. It's not the correct way to do it. Don't do what I do, please. If this works out for me, fine. It might not work out for you, and then you'll be shouting at me saying, "Oh, Phil did it that way." It's not correct. Just send it to an engine shop. They're just trying to do these quick and dirty. The Simca. Hold on. Sort all my. Jesus. Whoa. Sandpaper's in it. The Simca. I'm not selling that one. The Granada. I wasn't going to sell it on. I'm getting a bit bored. I do want to drive it abroad, so I might do that first. I don't know, but I probably am going to sell it. I'm not going to get my money back out of it. I still like it. It gets a lot of attention. It's a one of them where you pull into a petrol station and you're like, "Oh, can't I just have one of them?" Like, yeah, I can see why I bought one. It's a good car. Oh yeah, I'm getting a bit bored. I do this. I get something, and I get very bored quickly, and then I move on to something else. Now, what I'm going to replace it with? Don't know. Now, I've thought about all sorts of things. I've gone from the end of the scale of getting something like a Land Rover, but they're terrible, and I don't want to be sat underneath it repairing it every day. And I ain't got the facilities to take the body off. It's the man in the garage. I do like the Granada, as in I'm comfortable in it, and it's pretty cool to drive. It's not bad on fuel. When I went to Luke last night, we had a look. 23.5 to gallon. It's a computer. It's posh. Even Matt come with me and he had the heated seats on. So yeah, don't know yet. I think through the summer I'm going to daily, if I get it done in time, which I should do, if it's alright, I'm going to daily the Simca.
I like you a lot.
So yeah. Oh, wow. On that subject, I'll just put this to one side and grab what I bought. In fact, I'm going to get the camera and show you. Now, I bought these off eBay, and I went and picked them up from Milton Keynes. There was advertised as a different stud pattern, So they was advertised at 5B112, which would have been fine for me because I could use. I thought the Simca was 5x114.3. Now I don't know what I've been measuring with, but it's not that. Turns out the Simca is. I'll flip this round with my sander. Is 5x110. Now I had to ring Mr. Bean up because I've been doing this wrong all my life. So apparently, this is the diagram I made. So how to work a PCD out. Obviously, you've got 5 studs. This is the hub. That's the centre of the hub. You measure from the centre of the stud to the centre of the hub and times it by 2. So I think that was, well, obviously it's going to be 55 millimeters. So 55 at 55 is 110. There's 5 studs, so 5 times 110 PCD. Hub I'm not so worried about, but I've had to do some measuring for from hub to the outer arches. I've got 110mm from the face of the hub on the Simca to the outer arch lip. So anyway, I bought these. They did come with tyres. Yes, they're scabby as anything and they're horrible, but they're American style racing wheel. I was going to go steel wheels, as in like 15s on the back with a chunky tyre, and then I found some there were 16-inch I think, or 17-inch wheels, steel wheels, like Space Savers for the front to make it look a bit more like a drag car, if you like, to a certain degree. But then these were on Evil Bay and I went, yeah, I'll buy it now, because I could have used wobble bolts if there was 5112.3 sorry. And I had an inkling that these wasn't that, because they don't do these style of wheels in that stud pattern, not that I've seen anyway. I can't remember what brand these are, but I had a look online and these was more expensive than the actual American racing wheels. Don't know why. So these are an 18-inch by nearly dropped it, did it? Get off. 10Js. So your 10J, 10 inches, you measure from inside the lip to inside the lip, not outside to outside, which is pretty annoying for me because they don't fit. Up for sale on marketed place, and I had no interest in them, obviously for reasons of the scabby, chrome's peeling off and everything. What I was going to do was leave that, because the car is a bit ratty anyway and I want it to have that certain look. But the problem I have is the 10J all the way around.
Say when. Just say, seriously? Are you serious? Are you serious?
They don't fit on the front. Obviously these tyres are wrong. It's a shame really, because these are Goodyear Eagle F1s. Eagle F1s, yeah. They've got amazing tread on them. They're like brand new. I bet they was very expensive and they're starting to perish. The date code on them is 2014, yeah, 5th month. So 5014, so 5th month 2014. So yeah, I can only use 2 of them. And now because I've put one under, I put one of them under the back to see if it'd fit. Obviously it doesn't, it's too wide with the tyre on. But I did the mistake of looking at it from the back and I seen the steamroller tyre under it, and that's cool, that's a bit of me, that. So now I'm on the how to make them fit. So Tammy kindly took it up to Mr. Beanhead's places of works, and had the tyre took off. This does fit underneath now with the tyre off, but I've still got clearance issues. It's very close to the leaf spring, and it's very close to the lip on the arch. Now I could roll the arches, they're only a little lip, but I'd like to try and leave them. But I'm going to end up rolling them. I know the purists out there and things will be going, you shaking the fist at the screens and all sorts and shouting abusive words at me. But I don't care. It's my car. I bought it for the purpose of making it look cool. So I'm going to try and make these fit. Next thing is front wheels. Yeah, I've been in there and I've scoured the internet for hours and hours and hours, days, going into other days, just sitting there, and you know what it's like if you're trying to look for something. It gets a bit dangerous. But anyway, I found these Maker wheels. I can't remember what they're called, they're on my phone, I've got everything written down. And what I need on the front is I was going to run it the other way around, so smaller on the back, bigger on the front. Now I want to run it the other way around, where it's 18s on the back, which are going to be these steamrollers underneath, and 17s on the front, so an inch smaller. I might even go 16s, depending on what I can find. 17 seems a more common size. So I need a 17-inch by 7J, maximum of 8. I'd like to run 7 because it's got no power steering. Tammy might be driving this car every now and again, if she does, so I want it a bit more easier on the steering, even though the steering wheel's like that. It's still really heavy for her. So I need to find 2 American style racing 17-inch by 7J if possible. 514.3. I'm gonna end up running adapters anyway. I can't find that if they do 51110 in these wheels. I do, and then you click on it, and then it goes, oh, let's take you to this link over here, and you look at, and then it's like asking for the vehicle, and it's like, this vehicle's not going to be on your register. Might be, try it, and then no, nothing there. And then you look for the closest thing, and they're just like, what offset do you need? They won't let me carry on without putting a vehicle in. I'm going to have to find 2 fronts, but then the other thing is, they're going to be nice and shiny on the front, and old and ratty on the back. So I'll just go through the rigmarole of getting a set of 4 and go for 18 9J on the back instead of 10, so I don't have to shave anything down. It fits a bit better and I still get that meatier look and thingy, but altogether I think it's about £1,200. That's not including tyres, that's just for wheels. Who knows, wheels make a car. And I did the wrong thing by putting it on the, I don't know what it's called, Tammy does it every now and again. Anyway, you take an image of a car, you can say, put these wheels on it, do this, do that. So she says, put these wheels on. She gave him the pitch, and make it lower, and it looks cool. I've made the mistake of liking it too much now. And I think I'm going to end up spending a lot of money just to make these wheels fit, and if these wheels don't fit with all this money I'm going to spend, then I'm going to buy a set of 4. Probably. So I've got to make a decision on wheels. I'm going to try and make these fit first, but before I try and make these fit, which will probably be later on today because I'm impatient, I'm going to try and get the cylinder head back. So sorry for rambling on. You will find in a lot of these videos I get distracted very easily, and I ramble on about things and then I forget what I'm doing. So I do apologise, and if I keep going I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of what to say next. So yes. So I want to try and clean the rest of this cylinder head up face. Make it nice. And then I need to see if I can reuse these bolts. Yes, I know you're not meant to reuse bolts. But please remember, this is 1957. This is nearly 70 years ago. These bolts might have been used 5 times over, I don't know. But I have seen them where they have reused them and they've cleaned the threads up and everything like that, and then they put this strange Loctite stuff on. I'll probably have to do the same. So yeah, let me finish off cleaning this head up. Once I've cleaned it, come back to you. I can't show you because I can't hold the camera and do it at the same time. I'm sorry, I'm on my own today. On my home? On my own. Anyway, I'll do this and I'll come back to you. As you can see, have been cleanings. Still not perfect, still got a bit more to go. There's my repair. It's Mr. H3. Yeah, so I've still got a bit more to go, but it's getting better. There's nothing. This is probably fine as it is now, but I'm just going to go a bit more and try and clean it up, and then I've got to do that one as well. Luckily, this one didn't need repair, but you can see where the gasket's been on there and stuff, so I would like to clean that surface up as well. Again, this is not correct what I'm doing. Don't copy me. It's not right. Yes. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. I'm checking it for longitude waves. So I'll just put it on, look down, look for any light coming through. Obviously, when you get the light coming through where the combustion chamber as well. What I'm looking for is these surface areas here. If there's any light coming through, or it keeps tottering like a seesaw. It's not perfectly flat. But I'll tell you something. It's flat, alright. So that's one cylinder head down. Now we'll go on to the next, which is this one, which I'm going to take the plugs out and I'll put these in order as well, because they are a different size and I can't remember. So what I did on this one, I just left them in, pulled it all off. So yeah, I'll do this one and I'll get back to you. Hopefully it'll come on the car, maybe. If I need new bolts, it won't be on the car today. So that is cylinder head number 2. All cleaned up, ready to go. I have just checked it with my trusty straight edge. I hope it's straight. If not, excellent. As I've said before, that is not the correct way. Please don't do that. Please send it to engine places, let them repair. I've just checked it, it's flat, it's nice from eye and touch being at the back. So that's the, well, to be fair, I can compare. These are skimmed heads. These are what Vinny did. That's just a mark where it's been sat. So Vinny did them for my Alpine. They're the ones I've just done. Yeah. Do that, don't do that. I'm gonna do this. Yes. See if I can look through this book, the Book of Joy, what I've got, and see what torque settings there is, if there is any, and I'm gonna have a look on the Giggle webs about these bolts. If not, I'll have to buy some bolts, and then it'll be another week gone. Luckily I'm not working away next week. I wasn't meant to be working away this week. I just found out at the last minute the week prior that I was going to Snetterton, which I didn't say no to because I've never been before, and it looks a really nice track. They've just redone. Anyway, enough of that. I'm sorry for going on. I get distracted with my brains. Let's go and find these torque settings for these, and hopefully I can reuse these bolts and get them back on. It might be running today, but then again, it's me and I'm unlucky and probably not.